Hi, this is Jeff Muir, Director of Client Relations at Beal Properties, joining you today for a short video on new client expectations. And I guess this would also apply for existing client expectations in some situations, but we wanted to just take a few minutes to go over some of the most frequently asked questions that we get from people who are calling us to ask about working with us for the very first time. So I want to share my screen here and use this document as a basis to go through this. So just as a general introduction, Beal Properties has been in business for 20 years. We oversee a portfolio of about 2,000 units in Michigan. We own or co-own about 40% of those. And we manage client properties the exact same way we manage properties that we own. So the same staff, the same systems, the same management philosophy. So anything we do on a property that we've been hired to manage for someone else is the exact same thing we'll be doing on our own properties. We are a full service property management company. And this is, the most important thing I think that I want to get across here today. We are going to handle everything from A to Z for people who hire us to manage their property. A good example of this would be someone who maybe says, I really like doing my own marketing and screening of applicants, but can you do everything else? Or someone who says, my nephew handles maintenance. I'm going to have him keep doing that. Can you do everything else? And the answer to both of those questions in our situation is going to be, no, thank you. And the reason for that is, I suppose one example would be, Joe, the maintenance guy who works for you, goes to the property to fix something minor. And then 2 weeks later, we go to collect rent and the tenant says, oh, I talked to Joe in the driveway. He told me I could pay late this month. We just want to eliminate all possibilities of, any scenario like that. And I guess the flip side of the other example I gave would be, if you're involved in screening applicants and then it ends up bad, we have to evict them or something else happens, then, get into like he said, she said sort of thing. So with us handling absolutely everything, we're completely responsible for it. You can hold us accountable for it, but it's going to be an extremely hands-off relationship on your end. So again, part of the point of this short video is just to help you decide, are we the right company to work with based on what your expectations are and what your needs are and, the specific type of property that you have. Who will you be communicating with at Beal Properties? You'll be communicating exclusively either with myself, Director of Client Relations, or with Stuart Beal, the founder and president of the company. We have here what's called tenant-facing staff, and then we have client-facing staff. And Stuart Beal and myself are the only two people who are client-facing. And again, the reason for this is similar to the other examples that we just talked about. Stuart and I manage the maintenance and property management staff here. If you're dealing with, say, the property manager assigned to your property or leasing agent who's showing it, or you're communicating with, one of our maintenance staff, and then down the road, it could turn into a, well, he said this, no, I thought they said that, whatever. We just keep it right between you and myself and Stuart, and then we deal with our staff. We can hold them accountable for things that, you and I agree on, and everything's going to be documented that way. So that's how that works. What are the tools available for communicating with us? First off, we have developed a proprietary property management system that we use that includes owner portals. So you can log into that at any time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you can get whatever information is available about your property. If it's not on there, it's information that either we don't have or we haven't confirmed yet. Beyond that, I set up at least 12 30-minute phone call slots per week exclusively available to clients, so that those can be, scheduled, and we can talk about anything going on with your property based on the availability of those. And then beyond that, the main form of communication with myself and Stuart is going to be email. And Stuart Beal, it's going to be exclusively through email. And the reason for that is documentation and just keeping everything as efficient as it can possibly be. We like to keep our management fees as low as possible. And the whole reason for this, platform and program that we have is to be able to do that. So then I guess the last thing I want to talk about is, if you're a newer investment property owner and you decide to hire us, it's a vacant single family home or a vacant duplex, what can you expect over the following 60 days? The first thing that's going to happen is you'll sign one of our 3-page property management contracts. That document is going to dictate our entire relationship. We're going to do everything on there to the letter of the document. And we're not going to do anything that's not in that document. Then once you sign that and hire us, we're going to spend the next few days as quickly as possible getting together everything we need to get your owner portal set up and get your property in our system. So that would include the deed, insurance documents, banking info for where you want rent funds going to, keys, etc. Once that's all done and it's in our system, we're going to get over there. We're going to see if there's anything that needs to be done to make it rent ready, showable. Then we're going to take photos. We're going to start marketing it. Our marketing platform is a little bit unique, but it's one we've developed over many years. We've been 98 or 99% occupied for years. You may not see your property advertised on every single premium, for rent website, but there's a reason we do that, which is to keep costs low. And again, if we weren't very successful at the way we market properties, we would do it differently. But the way we market properties really does work. We're typically going to get your property rented within 30 days of it being rent ready. We don't guarantee that. We don't guarantee exactly how much we're going to be able to rent it for, but our goal is to rent it as quickly as possible for as much as possible to the most highly qualified tenant that's available. Now, we can't always make all three of those things happen. And if you want your property, rented more quickly, then that might mean, it's undervalued. It might mean you get a lesser qualified tenant, but you'd have it rented quicker. If you want it rented for more money to the most highly qualified tenant, it's going to just take how long it takes for us to do that. Almost always within 30 days of it being rent ready. And certainly, unless there's something very unusual going on, definitely within 60 days. Again, unless there's, outside factors. So you can trust that if you do hire us, and this is the kind of relationship you're looking for in terms of property management, that we're going to be diligently working on, your property every day to make sure that everything's running smoothly. And all you have to do is look once a month and see the money deposited into your account. But, we are not for everybody, and everybody isn't for us. And so we want it to be a relationship that's going to be successful, where both parties are going to be happy. If you feel like you're the type of person who's going to want, daily updates, really super active, proactive communication about every little thing that happens, we might not be the right company for you. Well over 90% of our, hundreds of clients are super happy with us. It runs on autopilot. After the initial work of working together to get everything set up is done, and there's a tenant in there and they're paying rent, then the goal is there's really never anything to talk about. So if you think that we might be the kind of company that you want to work with, or you have additional questions, you can email me at jeff.muir@gobeal.com. And again, if you have any questions about things that I didn't cover in this, let me know. Or you can go visit our website, www.gobeal.com, and there's additional information on there. Thanks for joining me today, and I hope you have a great day.